This week, and in this month's issue of Dirt and Trail magazine, we got to take the Norden on a good long spin. What a cool bike.
One of the prettiest bikes, and I like what they've done with the styling. They haven't kind of copied anything, and it's nothing like the sister motorcycles out there. Good morning from a beautiful Saturday morning. Is there a better way to spend your day?
No, there isn't.
I've always said you need a motorcycle in your life, and this is certainly one that you need to look at. This is the new Norden from Husqvarna, much anticipated, and if you follow the magazine regularly, you'll see we went along to the launch and we promised a proper feature when we got the bike for a decent amount of time. So the guys from Husky phoned us up, said, look, we've got one, do you want to test? So we've used it on the road for a full week, calling on customers all around, in and around Johannesburg. And it's the weekend, baby. Hey?
Yeah, absolutely.
And last night, torrential rainfalls. Just it's crazy. The mud and stuff out there is just brilliant. Yeah. But we're not doing a hardcore adventure per se. We're looking for some of the good gravel roads around, places of interest. This is the Smuts Finger Koppie. This was Jan Smuts' original farm, but it's on the outskirts of Centurion, if you know where it is. And it's really beautiful riding. And you were saying, it's amazing that they haven't defaced it.
Yeah,
it is quite amazing. Yeah. And that's the beauty of riding motorcycles. You get to see things that you would never see before.
Yeah.
But we're supposed to tell you all about the Norden. So what I've done, I've ridden it from our place out to here, probably 30 k's.
Yeah.
30 kilometers, gravel roads, a little bit of mud rivers. Kyle, you've been on the back. What's it like?
It's a lot more comfortable than most other adventure bikes because it's quite soft and it's quite wide.
Yeah.
The seat at the back.
And easy to climb on and off?
Yeah, it's quite low also.
Because it's physically quite small. So if I compare it to our Africa Twin or your 1090, they're quite big and intimidating. This bike just feels small, and I think that'll appeal to a lot of people. But we'll come back to the video a little bit later on. I need you to ride it, and then we're going to have a good old chat. We're heading out towards Legends Motocross Park. They've got the cake bike launch on today, so we're going to go and see what's happening down there, and we'll have a proper chat about the bike once we've got there. And I would guess we're in for a route of roughly 200 kilometers for the day. It's going to be awesome.
On the tar, the Norden's really quite pokey. We rode it with a passenger on the back, and then we went solo to see how fast it would go with a passenger out back. 190 k's an hour, easy. It sits at 160 k's an hour all day, and then top end, roughly the 200 mark.
You might be familiar with our resident knuckle dragger, Sean Henley. Sean, you've used the Norden for a week now, calling on customers in and around Johannesburg. Tell us, just share your thoughts on the bike, please.
Okay, firstly, the size of the bike. It would appear to be a big bike unless you park it next to me. It's actually quite compact, quite small. Especially when it comes to things like the handlebars. The handlebars are quite low, which gives you a nice angle on your shoulder when you're riding on the road, long distance touring, etc. But it also puts you into quite an aggressive position when you're riding on the road to tilt it into corners and etc. So I had a stupid amount of fun cornering this bike. It shouldn't corner like this on the road, but it does. It corners really, really well. It is stable like you cannot believe at any speed, and you know how I ride. And not once, not at any speed, not once did this bike give a twitch, a wiggle, a wobble, nothing. It was absolutely 100% stable.
It's a parallel twin 900, Sean. Do you find that it's powerful enough to handle day-to-day traffic from robot to robot and stuff like that?
Holy cow, this thing is fast. They've refined the electronics on this bike like you cannot believe. It is fantastic. I did notice though, climbing onto the bike, the tank feels quite wide, all right, which does stretch your psoas muscle, the muscle that runs between your legs. It's not bad. What it does do is it gives you nice wind protection off the tank over here, like that, around your legs. Riding in the rain, my legs stayed mostly dry except for the water coming over the top here.
Yeah.
The screen seems quite far away and quite low for a tall guy like me.
But it works.
It works really well. So, and the way the screen is designed, it chucks it over my head.
Yeah.
And I get a little bit on the shoulders and stuff like that, but that's what you expect from any bike. When you're puttering along at 15, 20, 25 k's, 30 k's an hour between the cars, which and riding through there, I felt no heat, and I was riding in jeans and stuff like that.
Riding jeans,
I felt no heat coming off there as well.
No, Mad Oaks.
Yeah.
as a day-to-day commuter, what is your opinion? And then stick your goose on the back and head out for the weekend.
Well, have a look at this lekker big seat. So
Yeah.
that's the other thing. The seat is very flat, very squared off. Which for the slightly more vertically challenged, it might be a bit of a problem. My missus sat on the bike. She was on a tippy toe. She said if the seat could be a little bit narrow, she'd be.
It is wide, yeah.
That's a small thing. But what it does do is it makes the seat very comfortable over long distance.
Yeah.
I put my missus on the back, and we went out for a little buzz around the one evening, and she was comfortable. And nice big grab rails on the back here, which are beautiful to hold on to. Get the carry rack really handy. You can strap on a little bag or something like it. Really great. All in all, and the other thing, I have to tell you this: everywhere I stopped, I don't care what brand dealership they were, everybody came out to have a look at it. Uncle Fred, you have a fantastic bike, sir. I absolutely love it. It really is great. You guys have got a winner here.
Excellent. Thanks, Sean.
Sean used the bike for most of the week, calling on all the customers in and around Johannesburg. On the weekend, it was our turn. And the order of the day was wet, muddy roads, fast sand tracks, thick bush and jungle. You can read all about it on our next issue. But this is one of those bikes that just makes life easy.
So this looks like the norm for today, boys. There's just puddles. And more puddles. Puddles and thick bush, I'm afraid. Yeah. Stefan, come on, you lead the way. Let's see if you down. I've got to tell you that the Norden is small compared to these bikes. Going through that thick bush earlier, it made life quite easy. The bigger bikes are quite a handful. See how we go. Off-road mode, because it's just a little bit calmer on the throttle. Lekker man, lekker! Okay. Quick, let's have a look here. Coming down a little two-spur path. Let's get his opinion. And what did you think of that?
Easy peasy. Yeah, much easier. I think the way it carries its weight, it feels like a small bike, so it's great.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well, let us continue. Stefan, come on, move in a bit closer. Stefan, of course, is our photographer. He comes on all our little adventures. You've done gravel, mud, street, lots of fast street. What top end did you get? You are allowed to say. You're obviously the lightest of all of us.
Yeah, 2 up with Kyle on the back.
Yeah.
We managed 198.
198, and by yourself?
Once I kicked him off, I squeezed out 213, I think.
213. 213 on the clock. That's respectable.
Yeah.
That's not bad. How much faster would you really like to go? And it cruises comfortably at 160, 170 all day long.
All day.
No trouble at all. Give us your thoughts on the Norden quickly.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's a small bike.
But I just want to say something. We're saying it's a small bike, but it's a 900cc. It feels small. Yeah, them exactly, as they are. Yeah?
It's fantastic. Sitting down, it feels like it's made for the road, for a wide open road.
Yeah.
Once you get off road, it can handle anything. The throttle response or the power delivery is very smooth, so you're not going to accidentally spin yourself out and wipe out. Like you would on something bigger. But, it's fantastic. I love it.
And anything you'd like to say in parting, sir?
I mean, it would tempt me away from the brand that I like a lot. So it is. It's a great little adventure bike.
Yeah.
We've taken it through some sort of proper.
And especially with all the rain, it's been an interesting day. I mean, we've done everything from jungle to dams to lack of fast to fast flowing tracks, sand, you name it.
Thick mud and
it's a very impressive package. If I were to comment, I would possibly have liked slightly more aggressive tires for this ride. But I mean, the other bike we have has got no tread on the back, so I can't really use that. I'm being overly critical. But sure, Husqvarna. Well done, guys. What a lekker bike. Right, Stefan's take you through. There we go. Quite nimble, eh? we suggest that you get to your local Husqvarna dealer and go and take one for a ride.